Greetings from ice, cold, snowy, chilly Wisconsin. If you're used to seeing me in the last few videos, it was warm, it was sunny, there's palm trees, not right now. And that would make sense because it's Winterfest here in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, so we, I guess, needed to be ice cold and chilly and everything for the festivities here. And I will show you what's going on here, so you'll want to definitely stay tuned. And if you know this channel, well, welcome back. If you're new to it, it's a travel and attractions channel. Lots to see here, so subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on future travels and attractions, and give this video a thumbs up. This is the 28th annual Winterfest here in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. I was here last year. It was a good time, so I thought I'd come back. It's a 3-day event the first week of every February. That is pretty incredible. You might want to call Mayor Klein. Say no to $4 parking. So Lake Geneva is about 45 minutes south. What is this? Southwest of Milwaukee, about an hour and 15 or so north of Chicago. It's just a big old tourist town surrounding Lake Geneva, which makes a lot of sense. You would think it's just a summer town, but looking at the crowd here, it's definitely a winter town as well, at least this weekend for Summerfest. Let me show you some of these stores here, though, as they've got all kinds of unique souvenir stores and t-shirt shops and some different kinds of things that you may not always see in other tourist towns. And I'll show you what's going on here at Winterfest. Lake Geneva is pretty much a high-end area, so we're going to see a lot of high-end stores here. But there's also your typical tourist stops for t-shirts and stickers and so forth like that. There's also a lot of neat resorts out here. One of them I've already stayed at, which is on this channel, the oldest resort in the state of Wisconsin. And I will definitely be coming back within time to stay and review the other big resorts. So make sure you subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out. There we go, big wave, here we go. What do you think? Is it me? Do you know how much this hat is? Just looking at the tag on it. For a baseball cap, very simple baseball cap, $34. We'll stick with this one. I think I got this one for like 15 at the EAA show. You should check that on the channel. That was a great time. It is so different right now than Cozumel, Mexico, Key West, Florida. That is very easy to get used to. Actually, it's not a bad day. It's probably about mid-20s right now. There's a wind, so I'm sure the wind chill is probably closer to like a single digits, but it's not horrible. On top of the ice sculptures here, which we'll see some snow sculptures soon. And I'm not sure if the carvers are still here now. We'll have to find out. There's a whole area where the Winter Carnival goes on, which we'll check out shortly. But as while you walk up and down the sidewalk here in town, there's just different ice sculptures that I'm showing you. Yeah, this one's perfect for Valentine's Day with them kissing. It's hard to tell on that one, but it was a jukebox. At first I thought it was a headstone, which would have been really weird. And this one here is Wisconsin's mascot. That would be Bucky Badger. I did not do this. It'll be frozen Lake Geneva over there to my right. Been out in this town a few times, and it's always fun. Any season. It's definitely a summer town, though, where there's a lot going on. So it's my understanding that the carvers were here earlier in the week doing the ice sculptures that we saw in town and the snow sculptures here. And it was frigid cold this past week here in Lake Geneva. We're talking highs in the single digits, wind chills below zero, actual temperature at night below zero. So they had the perfect weather to carve the ice, and it won't melt, but probably a difficult thing to do when it's that cold, because after a while your limbs and everything just go numb. Apparently we're still doing social distancing here in Lake Geneva, and I can tell you, you're lucky to find some areas where it's just 6 inches apart. And this would be the Niagara Falls of Wisconsin. This Winterfest happens the first week of February every year, so if you are ever near the Lake Geneva, Wisconsin area, and especially in the winter, because that's when it would be, hence the name Winterfest, then you may want to check this out. It is free to attend, and just so much going on here. You got the stores that I showed you, you got some incredible resorts here with their offerings, and then of course everything going on with Winterfest. This looks like a little graveyard of snow sculptures, like little snow headstones. They have some judging going on with these sculptures as well. One of the snow sculptures back there. Get a better view behind on the back end of the snow sculptures here. Not much of a crowd. As the only national snow sculpting championship in the United States, Winterfest welcomes the most talented and award-winning sculpting teams from across the country. And you could be here to witness 15 state champion teams working away. And as you can see, there's also plenty of room to run around on frozen Lake Geneva. I'm along the lakefront here in Lake Geneva, and down over here on the channel, there's a place called Oak Fire Restaurant, and they have pizza there. And I've got a review on the channel from last summer on that. You might want to check it out. Also over here is a place called Popeyes, and I'm going to come back here probably in the summer and show you some of the neat things going on in Lake Geneva, and we'll stop at Popeyes and do a food review there as well. I'm wanting to stop and take care of my sweet tooth here at Kilwins, but the line to get inside looks pretty huge. Look at the size of this. Those things are huge. So usually back over there, they're making fudge. Not today. I did it. I waited the long line inside Kilwins. It was worth it. I got orange peels. Have you ever heard of those? I should have actually waited, but I ate it right away, a few of them. So it's chocolate covered like citrus, and that's exactly what it tastes like then. It's not true orange in there, it's just an orange flavor, but they are delicious and they're always fresh here at Kilwins. And definitely it was worth the wait. So I wanted to show you that shirt for a reason. Years ago, going back into the 70s, there used to be a resort here called the Playboy Club. Yeah, it was owned by Hugh Hefner. He had a couple of them throughout the country. I think that was his second. I probably have to look that up. And that was around till probably the late 80s. And then it changed hands, and now it's a place called, I think, the Grand Geneva. We'll have to check that out in the future for a hotel review, because it is a beautiful resort now. Talk about the lawn ornaments here. If you live in a strict HOA community, I dare you to get a few of these for your front lawn. This horse here, if you want it, is almost $3,300. Maybe they'll gift wrap it for you. It's just endless over here. Would you buy something like this? What would you do with it? Comment below. I want to know. Comment below. It's pretty wild looking. Almost looks real. That has to be one of the happiest reindeer I've ever seen. That is Winterfest here in Lake Geneva. If you liked what you saw, do me a favor, give the video a thumbs up. And please subscribe to the channel as well. We got some people back here. Where are you guys from? Hey, got a whole group over here.
Where are we from?
Where are you from?
Originally from Chicago.
Crystal Lake, Illinois.
Okay,
Crystal Lake,
yeah, northwest suburbs, sure.
There we go.
Yeah.
Now we moved up here so we can just chillax and not worry about traffic.
A local Lake Geneva person there. So if you liked what you saw, give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more travel and attractions. And you'll see me on the next one.
Subscribe now.